lot of what they teach kids is just to make them polite people, you know? Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, you know, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. We need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby, and then I fucked him again. So I want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. But it's tricky, you know, if you're trying to teach your kids right from wrong, you got to choose a side often because not everybody agrees on what's right and wrong. So how do you know, you know? Like abortion, some people think it's murder, some people don't. I think people should get abortions, like a lot, like as many as you can. You should try to get a lot of abortions.
Something's changed when you get older, you know? Like, I've reallocated some of the noises that I make. Like the noise I used to make when I come is now the noise I make when I pee.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Take it all, bitch.
I'm very disrespectful to my toilet. Unfortunately.
Yeah, bitch, you like that, don't you? I'm gonna shit in your mouth, too, because you ain't nothing but a shitty, piss-drinking tell-it. Dumb bitch, tell it. Got my piss on your lips. You ain't intelligent. What do? You sit there all day on your ass, waiting for me to shit in your face. Dumb bitch, tell it. Puh. You ain't even special. I pissed in 3 toilets today. Shit. Quit crying. I love you.
It's bad. That's how my dad treated his toilet, so that's where I learned it. Anyway, that's the noise I make when I pee. Some of you might be wondering, none of you are wondering, what noise do I make when I come? Okay, so this is the noise I make when I come. It's not that special, I just go like this.
It is done!
It's a whole thing with a cloud with funnels of... the crows come and there's lightning.
The circle is complete!
And there's a little witch floating with white eyes.
And a child will be born, and then...
I don't know, it's kind of intense. And some kid throws a lightning bolt at me, and I go, and I go to sleep for 1,000 years. I remember one time I was with a friend of mine who lives in New York also, and we went to pick up his cousin. She lived on a farm in New Hampshire her whole life. Her family was this weird family. They kept their kids on a farm. Anyway, her parents finally died, so she got to leave. And so She came down to visit her cousin, my friend, in the city. And so we picked her up at Port Authority bus station. She had never been to any city before, and we're picking her up at the Port Authority, that smelly hole of a place. And we pick her up there, and she's just freaking out at New York. She's never seen anything like it. And we pass this homeless guy, and she sees him. I mean, we all passed him, but she saw him. She's the only one who actually saw him. We didn't. Me and her cousin were like, so he's supposed to be there. So there's a perfectly good reason why that's not me and it's him. It's all the right people always win. I'm sure of it. But so there he is, and this dude was particularly homeless. He was one of those high-octane homeless, smelly, just piss smell. The unbelievable piss smell. So he was pissed. He didn't just smell like piss. He was. When you piss, he comes out. That's how much. It's just this dude with garbage all over him. I don't know if he had gathered it for warmth or folks just went ugh all day. And he had dreadlocks. Not hacky sack, cool guy, medical marijuana dreadlocks. Just human neglect clumps of hair. A clump of hair for every year that no one knew his name or cared. Yeah, that's what you've been laughing at for the last 10 minutes. That's how bad it was. And again, me and my friend were just like, meh. His cousin immediately just gets, she's like, oh my God, she takes a knee. That's how, I mean, I'm not even taking a real knee now. That's how little I give a shit about the guy. He's not even here and I'm still like, meh, it's close enough. She goes, oh my God, sir, are you okay? What happened? What happened? America happened. What do you mean, what happened? So she's down there, sir, can we call someone? And me and my friend, we're from New York, this is the crazy part. We immediately go to her, oh, no, honey, don't, We start correcting her behavior like she's doing something wrong. She's like, why, is he okay? No, he needs you desperately. That's not the point. We just don't do that here. You go, silly country girl.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, you know, I think abortion is, here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is. It's like not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit. Or it isn't. It isn't. It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah. We kill babies! Do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded. I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering babies. But again, women should be, because 2 reasons I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Number 1, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's. Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide, even to your shrink, of suicide, and you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold him down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. It's because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life, even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently, because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody, you're like, he should kill himself. Why? You ever been driving and you look in the next car and you're like, oh, shit. I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? They canceled my insurance. Broke my window. Duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world's problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, and you're like, just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it. So that's the first reason. That's the first reason I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Because life is not so important. Second reason is because that's their job. Women have to decide who lives and dies. That's because they're the female of the species. In the reproductive arena, that's what the female does. They are the selectors. They have to decide this. We give them this responsibility when we fuck them. We go, here, you decide what to do with this shit. See you later. And she has to figure out if you should have kids, if she should have. That's her job. Because women have judgment. Men have intent. Men just want to spray the world with their cum, just mist. More of me! More of me! It's her job to go, that's enough of you, I think. No, that's really enough. I don't think that face needs to repeat. I've seen your father, and it's not getting better. And sometimes she doesn't realize this until after you fuck her. That's actually when she really knows, is when you're like, yeah! And she's like, I'm not having this piece of shit's baby. And that's why abortion is the last line of defense against shitty people in the species. So we need them to abort every shitty baby. I mean, all animals do this. Animals do it late. Eat this one. But when is it okay? When should they be allowed? When it's in their pussy, that whole time. It's in her pussy. If there's a dude in your pussy, you get to kill him. I think that's pretty fundamental. You're allowed to kill people if they're in your house.
You know, I drove with a suspended license, so I got arrested. And the judge was like, you know, your record is reprehensible. You show no remorse. You do nothing but repeat your offenses, and I'm going to go the limit with this. Then the next guy's like, this guy threw a rock through a window, literally, and set a fire, and then passed out in the street. And he goes, are you in a program, young man? He goes, yes, sir, I am. Okay, good for you. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world.
All the luck.
The world. All of the luck in the world.
In the world.
I want everyone else to have bad luck so that you can have good luck, you stupid drunk from Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Joe had a little run-in years ago. Years ago, Joe wasn't able to get a license, registration, insurance, anything. He was like in that realm of your life when you go through that.
That's me right now.
So at the time, especially, the Reggies were a lot different on the windshield. It was just the sticker. So he drew one. He looked at one, got some colored construction paper, and drew the lines with a ruler. It used to just be like a grid with some holes that they punched in it on the date, almost like your inspection sticker still looks here in New York. And he drew it up, taped it to the windshield, and unless you were right on top of it, it looked perfect.
Wow.
Couldn't even tell. So his car breaks down on the parkway, and he's underneath the car, and a cop comes up and starts talking. So Joe's like, let me get my stuff out of the car. So he goes to go into the car, and the cop's kind of still looking at his tire, I think, had bent or something like that. So Joe just scrapes the crap right off the windshield. So the cop couldn't see it. And he goes, where's your registration? Everything. He goes, oh, no, I don't have one. And he wrote him up for everything. Joe goes to court and just says, I wasn't driving. Because my car was broken down on the side of the parkway.
Right.
And it didn't matter how it got there or anything, because you could say I was trailering it, I was towing it.
Yep.
It was anything. So he got away without anything.
That's amazing.
And there he was driving with this forged government documents. And
I got arrested once at the Holland Tunnel because this is how bad I was. My license was revoked. Not suspended, but revoked.
That's bad.
And I had, crazy amounts of warrants, open warrants. And the car I was driving had the plates from a different car.
Oh, that's never good. The cops don't like that.
No, and the plates were bad anyway. So, I mean, in other words, the car that they came from had expired. The plates were expired and from another car.
Wait, for anyone that doubted Louis was Mexican.
And I was coming through the Holland Tunnel, and I had no money. That's where it all started. That I pulled up, I was one of those things where I pulled up to the toll booth and said, hi, I have no money. What do you do? How do we do this? And the guy said, just give me your license and I'll fill out a thing. And I go, it's not on me. And he goes, give me your registration. I go, I don't have that either. He says, give me your name and your social security number.
You just said how smart this guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a smart thing.
No.
You're right.
And then he made me pull over, and I went to jail. First, he put me in a jail cell that's under the Holland Tunnel toll booths. There's a jail cell.
There is?
Yeah, he took me down some stairs.
Hey, you got to see something most people don't get to see.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're a scofflaw, not a criminal.
Exactly. And I slept the night. I actually spent the night. I just slept in a little jail cell down there. And then they transferred me to Weehawken County Jail, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Is that one under a photo mat? Where's that
Weehawken is a really bad jail.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why? I would not have thought that at all.
It's terrible. People are throwing food out the windows all the time because of the food. I mean, I almost puked just taking a bite out of a sandwich there.
Was it violent there, frightening?
Yeah, it was really scary. It was really bad.
Weehawken, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's not.
It's mostly New York drug addicts that get taken, because the New York jails overflow, and they start letting the Port Authority arrest people so that they can take them to New Jersey, because Port Authority is New York, New Jersey. So,
How long were you in for?
Like a day and a half. I was in, for a morning, afternoon, night, and the whole next day. It was horrible.
That's a long time.
Well, and when I got there, I was in a holding cell, and one of the guys in the holding cell said to me, "Don't let them take you out of this cell, because you'll never be heard from again. If you get moved to a permanent cell, they'll never find you. They lose people because it's a bad bureaucracy." And everybody in the cell agreed, don't leave this cell. And a cop would come once in a while and say, "We got to move you," and I'd go, "No." He said, "Just say no." I'm like, "How do you just say no to?" And I go, "No, I'm not moving." And he goes, "Come on, we're moving you to permanent cell." And I go, "I'm not leaving here." And he goes, all right. That kept happening. I just kept refusing to leave.
How do you refuse?
Just say no.
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
No, let me out.
It's really
I don't belong here.
No, and the worst part was that there was a toilet just in the middle of the floor of the whole place, like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you would just have to sit there.
You just had to sit there and
There's no
close.
There's no privacy.
I bet I got dumped even though I didn't
No,
say
it didn't.
I think you stopped it.
So wait, did you get moved to a permanent cell? You'd be there for a week, maybe.
Basically, and I mean, I was because I made bail before I even arrived, because I called. I used the phone in the Holland Tunnel cell, and I made bail right away, but it took 2 days for the bail to find me.
Oh,
it's amazing,
man.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much was
Prison
bail?
system is bad. Oh, I mean, I had to pay. Yeah, it was
Like nothing?
No, it was a lot. It was
Really?
like $600 or something. I mean, for me, that was a lot then. Now I would be like, I'll pay $6 million to get out of here. I don't have that kind of money.
Figure we could take care of it right here in Brainerd. Give him that one.
Exactly. Right here in Brainerd.
I just want to be in full compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Iraq. Yes.
Yes, because that helps with
Fargo song.
They want more stuff.
But no, it's hard. Having kids and being married, it's difficult. And, you know, whatever. But one thing it's made me is it's impossible for me to have any sympathy for single people. I just don't give a shit about single people. I don't dislike single people, but I don't get... Whenever single people complain about anything, I really want them to just shut the fuck up. Because... First of all, if you're single, your life has no consequence on the earth. Even if you're helping people aggressively, which you're fucking not, nobody gives a shit what happens to you. You can die and it actually doesn't matter. It doesn't. Your mother will cry, whatever, but otherwise nobody gives a shit. I can't die. I got 2 kids and my wife doesn't fucking work, so I don't get to die. I can die. I love her, but she's a painter. Great. Paint a dollar, take some pressure off, please. But single people, when you they complain like we don't complain. When you ask a parent, hey, how's the family? We go, great. That's all we ever say. It's never fucking great. But we say great because we're not going to tell you, well, my wife assassinated my sexual identity and my children are eating my dreams. We don't fucking bother you with that. We just say great. But if you ask a single person, how's it going? They're like, well, my apartment doesn't get enough southern light, and the carpeting is getting a little moldy. You know what you should do? Burn it down and kill yourself, because nobody fucking cares. My girlfriend doesn't like the same music as me, and she acts bored at parties. We fucking call her and say, fuck you, and hang up, and leave her. You can end that shit with a phone call. I need a fucking gun and a plane ticket and bleach and shit. I need a whole bunch of... Thank you guys very much. You've been really great.
I was changing my daughter the other day, and she's too old for diapers now, but she's still in them, and it's bad because this kid does not poop. This kid craps. This is not okay anymore. I was changing her diaper the other day. It was like a 48-year-old alcoholic man's shit in her diaper. Like she was out all night drinking Jaeger, and she went to Denny's and got a Grand Slam. Ate half of it, got in a fight in a parking lot, and passed out in a Pontiac and shit herself, and her friends drove her home with the windows open and dumped her on my lawn. And now I gotta clean it. And it's crazy, and you can't even react. You can't go like, what the fuck, that's disgusting. You'll fuck them up about their own shit. You gotta be nice. You open her diaper, it's just chaos in there. It's just bananas. It's just... every shit amazes me. I'm never used to it. Everyone, I'm like, okay, wow, what is that? You have been eating diarrhea for a week, I think. Because that's awful. But you can't. You gotta be like, you just go, oh, wow. You really got something there, honey? That's really something. That's really okay. Well, all right, let me scrape that off your knees for you. Just get it down off your back. Just get all this hazmat in one place. Wipe you down. Clean your tiny vagina at the end. Who knew that was going to be my life? I had no idea that my relationship to the vagina was going to be cleaning shit out of a tiny one several times a day. They don't tell you that. When you're getting ready to be a dad, nobody pulls you aside and says, you're going to have to clean the vagina a lot because every time she takes a shit, it goes straight up her twat. They don't tell you that. And they should. It's a big part of being a dad. It's bigger than Christmas. It happens every day. And you got to get it right, front to back. It's very important. The other day I was in New York City with my kids. And I got 2 of these fucking things. Remember that, please. 2 of them. And we're in the crowded streets. I got this one here, the 2-year-old. I'm carrying. She can walk, but she won't. She's a bullshitter. So I'm carrying her. And she weighs like 20 babies, this kid. She's tiny, but she's got the density of a dying sun. I don't understand how she's this heavy. It feels like a fat raccoon holding a bowling ball. That's what she feels like. And the pain in my shoulder is intense. And it's sending signals to my brain like, you don't love her, just drop her, she doesn't matter, just let her die. So I'm fighting that on this side. I got the 5-year-old like this. I hope it's her. I haven't looked back in about an hour. I'm just dragging somebody tiny just through many strangers' thighs. Briefcase corners are hitting her in the temple. I don't give a shit. I'm in a hurry because my pocket's vibrating and my wife's calling to see where I am, even though she sent me to do this shit. And I'm yelling into my pocket like she can hear me. I'm fucking coming! Shut up! And this one is talking the whole time. The whole time. With a tiny voice 2 feet off the ground. What am I gonna listen to this shit? Really? What am I gonna take a knee every 2 seconds? What's that, sweetie? Go ahead. What's that? What? Excuse me, sir. Go ahead. It's fine. Yeah, sometimes dogs are brown. That's very true. Good thing I didn't miss any of that shit coming out of your stupid face. Yeah. I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't. Didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. It's piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know? It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. There's a lot of, just stains, just like, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. There's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. And I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not gonna do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. Just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying. And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm going to talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no, and he goes over to the doorman. And I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh, no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so, this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion.
It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was.
If you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that?
It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill.
Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground?
Because I wanted to go faster.
And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit.
Well, because jobs.
What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job?
You work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out.
What do you do that for?
For money.
What do you need money for?
Food.
Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and like I like when it has like bacon on it and
Hey, so going back to your kids, there's a story that happened in a mall. I want to get your take on it. Simple as that. All right, it's a pretty good one.
A mother outraged. Her 5-year-old daughter had an emergency, and she says store employees refused to help.
The mother says she was eating at a shopping mall when her 5-year-old started screaming. Many parents can relate. It was a bathroom emergency. But when she went to the nearest place for help, they said no.
She says her daughter had a massive accident. Well, now the store's owner is receiving death threats because of this bathroom backlash.
This just never should have happened. It never should have escalated this high.
But it did. Now one mother has started an internet campaign. And this store owner...
People have called asking if this is my address and said my address to my daughter. And she was terrified.
Says she's now getting death threats.
Good.
The only one that I actually read was the one that said what they wanted to do to me. That was... beat me with a lead pipe.
Well, stop thinking your stupid bathroom is sacred.
All right, wait a minute, though. So this mother is starting the internet campaign against the store?
Yeah. What kind of store?
I hate the mother. I hate her.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but see, you got the 5-year-old. Obviously, the 5-year-old.
I got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I've been out in public with them many times.
Yeah.
I've been at Yankee Stadium with them.
And you need a bathroom.
Yeah, you need a well, okay, here's what happens. You're at Yankee Stadium with your 2 kids, and you don't want to, the Yankee Stadium men's room. Right. It's pretty disgusting.
Sure is.
And I don't want to go there and be in line with my kids and then go into a stall that's just got, it's just a chocolate-covered toilet seat. But I do it. Because I know later I might not have a bathroom. If her kid has started screaming, I have to go to the bathroom, that means she's a lousy mother. That's all. I can just tell you that as a fact.
Oh,
that she doesn't know how to take care of her
She
kids.
should have maybe sooner found something.
She's a self-centered, stupid mother eating a fat burger at the mall. Just an idiot.
The key word there was massive.
Yeah.
The kid had a massive accident.
I don't want to.
Wow.
I think there's more that's going to be revealed here.
Oh, is there?
Instead of us saying it, because like the lead pipe thing, came out of nowhere. I'm hoping these other facts come out of nowhere.
He should a lead pipe.
Yeah, Anthony said massive. Yeah. Massive is key to this story now.
Okay.
Look, keep listening.
Okay.
And this lady's now getting death threats because, she wouldn't let the mother with the young child use her bathroom.
Because there's rules about it. Your public restrooms, there's when you have a store or a restaurant, your bathrooms are either rated for public use or not.
Yeah.
You can't, it's actually a rule. So the woman's legitimate by not letting the person.
It's a dumb bathroom.
All right, let's hear.
This after a Huntington Beach mom walked into Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
Louis C.K. just did a spit take.
Come on. No way.
Wow.
Is that the name of the book?
That's why we don't want to give too much away. Yeah, there's a lot of surprises in this story. A lot of surprises.
My daughter left truffles all over the floor.
Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Yuck.
Just let her drop one on the wax paper next to the other ones. Right. Let Lucy wrap it up after.
Yeah. Cool, no.
This after a Huntington Beach mom walked into Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory last Thursday.
She was carrying the child and she came running over here and she's saying, my 4-year-old, she has diarrhea. She needs to go to the bathroom.
My 4-year-old. What is it with saying my 4-year-old twice?
Probably so they would know it wasn't for her. Like,
right.
Yeah,
I get it.
No, she had diarrhea. It's not her kid.
Oh, how great is this?
All right, go ahead.
Chocolate Factory.
Diarrhea. It's the best day of my life.
This is fantastic.
Cha-cha-cha.
Over here and she's saying, my 4-year-old, she has diarrhea. She needs to go to the bathroom.
Owner Bunny Overturf wasn't there at the time. She says her employee instructed the mother to go to the public restrooms around the corner, a policy Overturf has advised all employees to follow.
Per health department regulation, no person not working with the food can come
They have diarrhea
and be that close to the food.
But on a blog, the mother wrote, I beg them to have a heart, that she was only 5. But by that time, she had lost it all over herself and me.
I beg them to have a heart. Have a brain, idiot. The bathroom's around the corner.
It's around the corner. Just
You're
go.
in a mall. There's bathrooms around the corner. You don't
Stop
go into
arguing.
a store. If you're in a mall, you don't go into the chocolate store to use the bathroom.
The Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
No, moron.
I don't. You know what?
You gotta let the mother use the dumb bathroom.
I hate these.
Yeah.
They're scum. Just the way they would make, knowing it's a little kid and they couldn't give the kid a break. It's like, so what? The mother's stupid. You're gonna make the kid pay? That store sucks.
I don't know,
hate
man.
kids.
Well, probably it's not. It's like a bathroom that's behind the counter. It's like
Yeah, it sounded like it was in a place where, it's too close to the Rocky Mountain chocolate. And you don't want a little kid.
I guess it just touches a nerve with me because I hate the mother. I hate most American parents are just so stupid.
Right.
They don't make the slightest effort.
I'm so
to get
happy.
ahead of things with your kid.
So happy she was
ask your
exploded
kid,
on.
and when you're out with your kid, you ask him every 20 minutes or so, you got to go? Do you have to go?
Yeah, but I'm with Jimmy, man. You walk around New York, you need a bathroom every once in a while, and there's a bunch of these scums. They won't let you use their bathroom. Like, you have to buy something, so then you're sitting there buying dumb gum so you could use their stupid, turlet.
But look, I've pulled over with my kid at a gas station or something or a restaurant, and they'll go, you can't use the bathroom. And I do get mad. But you're responsible for your kid's anus and urethra and what emits from there on.
Well, so they didn't let you use it?
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Why do they lock the bathrooms at gas stations?
Does
anyone know the answer to that question?
Comedian Frank D'Amico had a funny joke. Are they afraid someone's going to break in and clean it?
This made me laugh. Here's the last part of the story. This is what the mother wants everyone to do because of what happened.
Had I been there, yes, I probably would have allowed her to go in the back because I am a mother and I understand that.
The mother says she ran into the theater next door to clean her daughter up. So far, over 100,000 people have viewed her blog, where she encourages others to boycott all Rocky Mountain chocolate
I hate her.
Nope.
I don't hate her.
I love her.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
I hate her.
It's not.
She's sitting. This is what I see. See, I'm a parent, so this is what I see now. She's sitting there, working, starting a blog and a website.
Yeah.
And her kids, Mommy, shut up!
Shut up! I'm doing my blog.
I'm making a website because you pooped your pants on my body. Mommy, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Shut up! I'm blogging about your diarrhea that came out of your anus.
No.
Sorry.
It's funny, but
sorry.
It's all right.
Here's what it is.
It's so true. No, he's right. This woman is now, she has this purpose.
Yeah, no, it's doing everything to avoid being any kind of a parent.
You get so sick and tired because
people enjoy being angry, especially from a "what about the kids" angle.
Yeah,
but I don't
it's
care
just
about
people
kids,
going,
and I'm
"How
thinking
awful." It's okay for single people to do stuff like this, but when you have kids, you just roll with the punches. I mean, she's being stupid. And also, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, but the timing of the story sounds like she ran in. I mean, this is what it sounds like. She went, help! I'm going to sue you now.
Yeah. It was like, help! Oh man, we don't allow
Quick,
this place.
she
Please,
needs-
could you just? Oh, I'm gonna go do a blog.
It sounds like even if she let her use the bathroom, that the kid was going to lose
kid
it
would
before
not
they
have made it.
Yeah.
She probably would have had diarrhea on top of the chocolate.
Yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
a good shot.
Good chance.
If the diarrhea got on the mother, so the kid was probably wearing a dress.
Oh, God.
That means the mother got diarrhea on her, according to this story.
Yeah.
So a little girl had like this skirt which looked like an upside down funnel. Like she was like a diarrhea dispenser. She came in with holding a kid in her arms saying, "Can I please splurge diarrhea all over your food? Can I hand her to you over the counter so that the diarrhea just
goes all over your Rocky Mountain chocolate?"
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here.
Urges others to boycott all Rocky Mountain chocolate factories.
On the mother's end, what a sad thing. Here you have a child and we have an emergency, and where can I go? If I was a mother and I had to go and take my child somewhere, and am I going to have a door closed on me because I'm having a problem?
Overturf tells me she apologized to the mother. She's also contacted police because of the anonymous threats. We tried to contact the mother today, but couldn't reach her.
Yeah, because she was too busy blogging.
Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now. Do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them.
There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit.
I'm slowly but surely the relationship broke down, or is this was there?
Oh, we got 2 kids. I think it's like this for almost any marriage, except for that we have. The thing is, we have a traditional marriage. I make all the money, and she raises the kids. But we have a traditional marriage in 2007, which means that you can't just say that.
Not traditional.
No, I don't get to say I bring home the bacon.
Right.
You watch the kids.
You fry it up in a pan.
Fry it up in a pan.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I bring home the bacon, I fry it up in the pan, I feed it to the kids, and if I mention that I pay the bills, I'm a fucking asshole. Like I'm a piece of shit for like somehow I'm being prehistoric. But it's true that I pay the, So it's hard. Like marriage is harder now, I think, than it ever has been. And it's not like this guy. He wrote a book, the guy we're going to, and it's all about how it's hard for marriage now because when the women work. My wife doesn't fucking work.
So your theory of your book goes out the fucking window.
Yeah. It's hard, but mostly it's because when you have kids, it's hard to fuck anymore, and you also care about your kids far more than you care about your spouse. I mean, my kids are my life now. I really don't give a shit about her. I really don't, because how could I next to my kids?
I'm laughing because I'm fucking stunned. It's just like a stunning thing.
The honesty.
Yeah.
The honesty.
Well, it's true. If our kids, look, I've got a lot of history with my wife, and there's a lot. It's a complicated relationship, and I feel I feel a lot of push and pull in many directions, and I'm fighting really hard to save it. We're in therapy, and my whole life right now is focused on saving our relationship and getting it back to somewhere good.
Right. Oh, but
so it's the biggest deal in my life. But if my kids weren't here, I wouldn't even call her to say goodbye. I just walk. I wouldn't leave a note. I would just stop being near her
you're
fucking
it,
cancerous body.
You're saving it for it for the kids then.
Totally, 100%.
That's why I'm so glad I never had kids. Oh my God! Because the whole thing you're talking about, like I used to get ragged on for not doing things around the house. Right. I had these set chores to do. There weren't much, but it was like, why? I'm going out. It's a new career for me doing radio.
Yes.
I'm really like learning the trade at the time. This was years ago, and she's not working, and I'm bringing home the money. And believe me, a lot more money than I was when we were both working, and I was knocking tin.
Yeah.
But then,
well, the money you brought in just to help you out a little bit gave her the luxury of not having to work.
Yeah, not having to work.
Right.
Which is kind of key, I think, to the whole thing.
But then there'd be these little chores I would have. Like I'd have to take out the garbage, and it was my job to vacuum. And like if I didn't do it, I would be ragged on. Like I remember my mother fucking yelling at me for not vacuuming.
No, and the thing is, to me, if you don't have kids, I don't get any of it.
And that was it.
If you're married and you don't have children and you have a bad week, get the fuck out. Why the fuck would you save a marriage that's stressful?
Right.
When you have kids, that's everything. You got to stay together for the kids because you got to be. It's not even that they need to have 2 parents to be together. It's just that you want to be there for your children because you fucking care about them. But you got to look at it on the other side. Like the thing about having kids too is that spend one day, if you have kids, spend one full day with them where you're like, every time I give my wife a break, I fucking totally realize what she's going through. It's fucking murder. You want to kill everybody in the world when you're alone with kids and you don't have, I have a job. Even when I'm taking care of the kids, I fucking got my computer on my knee and I'm working. Like I'm fucking writing a movie.
Yeah, you're still working.
Yeah, I'll call just to make myself feel okay about the fucking trap that children feel like on a given day. I'll call my manager and just say, what's going on? And he'll be like, well, we just booked another OA date in Camden. Oh, good. Go read a story to my daughter. You know what I mean? Because I'm not sitting in a room reading fucking The Happy Hen and nothing else is going on. I've got a show I just booked in Camden. I'm put it on my website. There's people talking about me around the country, buying tickets to my shows. ordering my DVDs on Amazon. That helps me sit in a room and read to my boring little kids. But my wife has fucking nothing except to focus on what a piece of shit I am for dropping cum into her and making people that have ruined her life. That's all she's got. So I actually completely see her side to it. We are, and what we found out in therapy is that we're trapped and that it's neither of our faults.
So how?
But that doesn't make us go, oh,
the
okay.
only solution is killing the children.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Throwing
really...
them into a garbage can and letting them die next to a rat and a milk carton.
And you two just, like, spur of the moment, laughing, heading off to the Caribbean.
Oh, my God, we'd have a ball.
Just having fun like the old days.
I actually think if, like, when I picture that, if we got rid of the kids, I would walk out the door. Actually, what I'd do is fuck her face, and we'd probably get a little crazy.
Why don't you guys go on vacation together? Leave the kids with one of your parents for a few days, and seriously, go away for a few days.
I want to punch you in the face for saying
that bad?
Oh, shit.
Is that bad? I don't know.
It's just so complicated. One of them, she's still breastfeeding the kid who's 2. Can't get the kid away from her. No, it's a mess. Never do that. Never do that.
Wow, man.
That's like walking up to a guy in a concentration camp and going, why don't you just take a little trip somewhere and get out of here? If you don't like it here, why are you hanging around?
No, but I mean, you can't give them to, like, your parents or something like that?
Because there's Nazis that will shoot me in the face if I leave.
2's too young to leave a kid.
Wow, man.
Yeah, 2, no, we can't leave the kid.
Let's go to Minnesota, I think. Chris, what's up?
Hey, love your show.
No, if my wife cheated on me, it would change nothing.
Yeah,
it really wouldn't.
You wouldn't leave her?
It would be leverage for just the little things during the day. That's all it would be.
You wouldn't leave her?
No, because I can't. I got plenty of reasons to do it now. I got kids. We want to stay together. We want to have the kids. And and the thing is, the complex thing about it is that we share the kids, and that makes us happy together. Like we, as parents, we're fucking the best friends in the world. We watch our kids do fun shit, and it's hugely rewarding.
That's
the two
your
of us.
Common denominator there.
Yeah, exactly. So like we'll be hissing at each other. I hate you. I'll never suck your dick again. Fuck you, you whole fucking whore. Oh look. Oh look what she did.
Oh my God.
Oh, isn't that cute? So we do, but that joy that we share with the kids, totally real, and it's actually making life worth living. So that's the thing that's complicated about it. When I pictured leaving, I'm not only sad to think of not being with my kids every day, which I am, I'm also sad about her. She's part of that. She's part of our...
You won't be able to share that with her.
No, that's bigger. And actually, look, I'm almost 40. My dick is finally starting to get 8% less hard than it used to be. So like the fucking joy of having a family is starting to outweigh the sex a little bit. I mean, that's kind of sad because it's like, I'm not going to care that nobody fucks me in a couple of years.
Dude, I think
that makes me want to kill myself.
You want to do it when she's laying there sleeping, start eating her ass like a fucking loon. Go in there and start eating her ass. She'll be like, this loon
She
is...
sleeps with the fucking children. So I'd have to move my baby to the side.
Go like this. If the kid looks at you, go...
It must be awful to be other kinds of stuff. I'm glad I'm this. This is a pretty good deal when you consider the alternatives. Anything else, any other kind of thing, you're in the food chain. You're in the food. We are out of the food chain. I don't know if we fully appreciate the fact that we got out of the food chain. That is a massive upgrade. Because for every other living thing, life ends by being eaten. That's how all life ends, is every single life except human life. Every life ends like this. Ah! 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 We're the only ones that get to just die old in a bed. Just, I love you. Bye. I mean, imagine if we were still in the food chain on top of everything else. Imagine if we were in the food chain. It would just be another thing you gotta deal with. You're already having a bad day. You wake up in the morning, you're making breakfast, you burn your toast, and it's too late to try again. And your kid comes in and says, "Bleh," and you're like, fine. And it's just, why? You get a thing in the mail that says that your phone's different and your mortgage is another company now. What? I don't get it. Then you're walking to work like, why do I even bother? Oh, shit. God damn it. There's always fucking cheetahs at the train station. Stop it! Do you think that sharks would be embarrassed if they knew that we could all see their fins sticking out of the top of the water? I think they'd be bummed, because I don't think sharks are aware of that at all. I think sharks think they're slick. They swim around like, hey, nobody has any idea what's down here. And we're all up here like, there's totally a shark right there. It wouldn't be fun being a predator either. If you're a predator, imagine if every time you're hungry, you gotta chase a guy who's running for his life. You gotta, come on, dude, shit, get over here. And just hold him down and bite his neck till he shuts the fuck up for a minute. So you can just sit there and eat his stomach before you go to work. That would really suck. That's why animals they go, let's do this together, man. You chase the parents away, I'm gonna eat the kid, and you circle back. That's why they do it like that. Fuck it, I'm eating babies. This is bullshit. Grown-ups ain't worth the meat. Whoops. All right. Oh, shit. God damn it. Idiot. This isn't a gay voice, by the way. It's not. Shut up. Yeah.
You know what's weird is that there was a guy in my hometown, he might still be there, and we called him Florida Steve.
Why'd you call him?
That was he was a guy, a little kind of oldish man that walked around town, just walked around, and kids would go up to him, and he'd go, how you doing? He'd just walk up to, hey, hot day, huh? It's hot. It was a routine. It was like an Abbott and Costello.
Was he retarded in any way?
Yeah,
or?
I think he was sort of retarded. Yeah. Hot day, right? Hot day. And you go, yeah, it's hot. And he goes, hotter in Florida, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty hot in Florida. He would guide you to what's it like? What's it like down in Florida? It's nice. Girls down there? What are the girls like down there?
Oh, shit.
Well, they got nice girls in Florida. They got big tits. You go, yeah, they got big tits, Steve. And then he'd put his hand in his pocket and he'd just start jacking off right in front of you. Big bottoms, big... And it was just a routine. It was like Abbott and Costello. And then at one point you'd go, hey, what are you doing down there in your pants? And you go, get out of here. I'll cut you to ribbons. You won't say that when the bullets fly. And he'd start threatening you, and then he'd walk away.
I think every town's got one of them. This
trying
guy
to think
called
if I had one.
Crazy John. Yeah. And he used to be behind John's Bargain Store. I don't know if his name was John, but we just called him Crazy John.
Because he was behind John's
Bargain Store. And he had a shopping cart with a big...
It's like naming a stray dog.
Yeah. It's just we'll name him after the bargain store. Jesus. I know. And he would collect plastic bags. Mm-hmm. And he'd come up to you and just go, plastic bag? Plastic bag? Plastic bag? And you're like, I haven't seen any plastic bags, John. Okay. And then he'd go off to the dumpster. And he had one of those giant... You know those big plastic sunflowers people put in their lawns that spin around in the wind?
Sure.
He had that on his shopping cart. Mm-hmm. And he'd push it around looking for plastic bags. Crazy John.
Remember Eddie at WNEW?
Oh, yeah, another.
Eddie worked at NEW when we were over there, and his whole job was to empty the garbage from offices.
Yeah.
And he loved tits.
Yeah.
Where he would uncomfortably stare at tits.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he had no switch where it's like, you shouldn't do that.
You take a glimpse.
Because if you go, I like that girl. She was pretty cute. It's like, I like that. And meanwhile, he's just looking at her tits. And the fucking girl's all creeped out.
I brought him somehow the guys talked me into taking him out for lunch. So I took him to the Brooklyn Diner, and the waitress had nice tits.
Oh, no.
It was so awkward.
Jesus.
We could barely eat lunch because Eddie just had to stare at tits the entire time.
Horniness plus retardation is a bad.
Bad combination.
Bad.
There's no switch. They just like.
Yeah. What do you got in it? Brooke Hogan?
And I think I'm getting worse as a person. Because as you get older, you start finding out. Let me give you an example before I rented a car
couple weeks ago in Los Angeles. Had the car for a few days. And then when I went home, I had to drop the car at the rental place. You know, you got to go to the rental place that's off the airport, give them the car, give them your thing with the mileage. You got to get on a bus and then go to your terminal and check in. I was late and I was worried about missing my flight. So I knew I had no time to do any of that. So I never did this before. I just drove my car right to the terminal and just left it there. And I got on the plane. And once I was on the plane and I had a little moment, I called Hertz and I said, hey, listen, your car is sitting out in front of Terminal 4 and the keys are in it. So that's where it is. And the guy was like, you can't do that. You have to return it to this location and then get... And I go, well, I didn't do that already. And now I'm leaving California. So if you want your car, you need to go to that place where it is. And he was like, oh, Jesus, man. All right. We'll get it. And that was the end of it. And I realized I could do this every time. Every time I rent a car. Because of course they want you to do all that shit. But if you don't, they still want the car back. They're gonna send a dude. You could drive a car till you don't want it. Just get out of it while it's moving and just walk away. Well, I don't feel like being in that car any longer. Just call Hertz. Hi, your car is drifting into the intersection of 28th and Broadway. If you're interested, it's now your problem. But see, this is a terrible realization. Because you should act in a way that if everybody acted that way, things would work out. You should, because it would be mayhem if everybody was like that. And most people kind of don't care. Most people are very selfish. Most people don't give a shit what happens as long as they get to do their favorite thing. People don't even want to back off from their favorite thing. They won't even do their second favorite thing. Like, you ever seen somebody like they're at an intersection and they want to make a left, but they're in the right, all the way right lane because they messed up. So now okay, here's the guy. He's in the right lane, and there's a lot of cars, like 6th Avenue, like a lot of cars, and he wants to make that left. So what does he do? He just does it anyway. He just goes ahead and he just shoves his car through everybody's life without any... And everybody's beep, honking and outraged, and you always see the guy go, I have to. There's no other possible thing I could do. What else could I do except go up one more block and then go left and take 4 seconds? That's not my favorite way, though. That only meets 99% of my criteria. But I'm selfish. I was thinking the other day, what if there was a baby who was born, and there's been a lot of fucked up babies. There's all kinds of babies born. There's been babies with, connected at the face to a dog or whatever. There's been babies with 3 legs, with hands on them. There's been Chinese babies. That's the worst thing I ever said. I think I just finally said the worst thing I have ever said. That was totally unredeeming and horrible. And it feels good. It feels good to have found bottom. It's a comfort in knowing that I just said the worst thing I'll ever say in the rest of my life. It's good. All right. Yeah, I'm not a good guy. I am not. I wish I was a good guy. I like the idea of being a good guy. Sometimes I have an opportunity to be a good guy, but then I don't necessarily do it.